Y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up. We mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up. Mine also dangerous. Hold up. Y'all talk outrageous. Hold up. Don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up. Got that touch my savior. Hold up. Keeping that touch with my haters. Lyrics can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. Sonogram don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute but can't steer it no more. Riding away but now you're chilling on shore. What's the use of being rich when your inside's poor? It's a glitch, what you don't wanna see more. You wanna see more, but you wanna see sore. Life done slowed you down, your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds, it's telling you pack it up. You shackle by thoughts and memories that's adding up. Like overseas, you feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had a buck. You still feel paralyzed, the bucks and track. Friends is having kids, ain't adding up. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a light with no plug? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use of the physical with no source? We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. We flared up, flared up, flared up, flared up. Hold up, y'all gotta. We mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up, mine also dangerous. Hold up, y'all talk outrageous. Hold up, don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up, got that touch my savior. Hold up, keeping that touch with my haters.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Today, there's an NFC fighting storm between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams.
Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Gain 15 there. And that gives the 49ers the first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. He's tried to throw on 1st down. His man, it's the Michigan rookie. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Give him 38 on that one. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
Oh, ready? 118. What's up? Hey, look the hot, look the hot.
From the red zone now. Intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And he's going to be taken down right as he reaches that 20-yard line. He'll pick up at 17. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
A run like that, King, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Cougar 19.
Back to the well again. And he's able to get it past midfield and down on the 49er side. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Give them 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets them a 1st down. Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. So managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack. Exactly what he just did.
And the hit is made, so they begged to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're going to try to throw for it. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Hits him on the end round. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. Gain 11 on that play. And that gives the 49ers the 1st. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happens.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. Still going inside the 35. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Running this one left. Continuing to move past the 45. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap.
That's good.
It's a 29-yard gain. And the Rams have the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Another carry for it. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
It's a quarterback you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find the throwing lane. And you couldn't do it on that one.
And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard
Trying to
line.
throw this from the gun. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Escapes the pocket. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They are facing second down deep on their own end. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. This is close, but he is not in the end zone, Brock. By less than a yard, they avoid the safety. But boy, that was close.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuffed the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's fourth and maybe a yard. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. On their own side, but only need an inch or 2 here, so they're going for it. Stroud's going to throw for it. He finds it beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered. I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Completes it downfield to Pearsall. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. On the line for another first and 10.
First down, San Francisco.
Again, Stroud. Has it downfield work in the left. Yeah, he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Throwing again, it's Stroud. Into traffic, complete. He takes this down to the 24-yard line. Being cracked with the play defensively.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, there's way too much risk for that reward.
Here's Stroud again. And back to Ayuk it goes. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 16-yard line.
From the gun, Stroud. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing third down.
incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
All right.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More football from SoFi in just a moment. And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
Like Tony. 18. Let's hit. 11. Hit.
4th down, pass coming. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Rams take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Just had to get rid of that one, Brock. Out of the pocket, though, so no risk of intentional grounding and a safety.
That's a pretty darn smart play right there, and you've got to be so careful. You've got to make sure 100% that you're outside that tackle box before you throw it away, because you don't want to hand them a safety off an unforced mistake.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
He's going to have this one up to about the 17-yard line. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Nakua here, he's got it. Free up the middle, it's a breakaway. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams tie this game 7-7.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
Where's the hot?
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go.
McCaffrey. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
It's a loss of 1.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Zach sets up a tough 3rd and goal. They're at the 12.
White, Tony. Hey, south. 11. Mikey Texas.
3rd and long for him here. And the defender comes away with it. And the Rams make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. Over the right side is caught by Ferguson. And this gets him well away from dangerous. He is up past their 20.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're up and running once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Wait, they're going to take him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. To the left and reeled in by Ferguson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. I'm just kind of laughing because I can feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right. It certainly wasn't.
Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the 1st.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now. Vacates quickly left side. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take the lead right away in half number 2. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
49ers 7.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
All right.
First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Got a man downfield. This is Jackson. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Looking to throw, Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback goes man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
To the air, Stroud. Left side secured by Ayuk. And he's tackled for no gain.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Again, Stroud. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Up there. Back to throw it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. They had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge next time the ball comes his way.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's stopped as he gets this one down at the 27-yard line. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And the Rams have the first down.
10 at the 27-yard line.
He'll go play action. He rolls to his right. Complete out to the right side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he drives this forward to the 6.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Throwing it again here. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams double their lead to 14.
49ers 7.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play action. Here's Stroud. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though. We got second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Trying an inside get down with McCaffrey. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down. And that boot will instead be what starts our fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the third. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the fourth. Fourth down, and on comes the former All-Pro Jake Bailey to punt. Oh, and they fake it. And no success on the fake punt. That was way too tough to connect on the throw. That's a turnover on downs.
A lot of these punters back in the day, well, they used to be quarterbacks back in high school. Not anymore. Those glory days are long gone, and the arms just don't have quite the touch they used to. It was a dangerous call choosing to pass it, and it sure backfired there.
And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Pass play coming here. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Okay, break. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. You're not ready.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Right side, Ferguson's got it. Looks great initially, but he is short on that first down marker. They rallied to him in time and forced the fourth down. They'll throw for it. That's cut beyond the marker. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams, making a three-score game in the fourth. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Rams stretch their lead to 21. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up first and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. On the ground to begin the drive from McCaffrey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Get some more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. That run good for 8. Now they've got third down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would.
Kick the running back in motion. Stroud now on third. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball, you think about them through the years, they trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Ferguson's got it. Complete. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's on the play. That's good for a Rams first down.
Working inside the red zone. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. Touchdown, LA. The Rams keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Rams continue piling onto this lead.
49ers 7. Joshua.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, McCaffrey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
So Reed to give to McCaffrey. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that second down run.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to 44 before he stops. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball to 44. First down, Stroud. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. They're ready for the first time with Jalen Warren. And they have this one well contained.